Alright, welcome back guys to my WWE Friday Night Smackdown review for June 8th, 2012. And overall I have to say that this wasn't really a bad show, but it didn't have any progression towards the pay-per-view, same problem Raw had. However, there were a few things I did enjoy on the show. It starts off with Del Rio coming out. He plays footage from Raw of him getting Sheamus in the armbar. Sheamus music hits, and it's Ricardo dressed as Sheamus. This was actually a pretty good impression, I thought. The real Sheamus comes out, they start brawling up the ramp, officials break it up, and Teddy Long comes out and says Laurinaitis is prepping for his evaluation on Raw. So he says it's going to be Kane versus Sheamus tonight, and Del Rio versus the Great Khali right now. Khali versus Del Rio wasn't very good. Khali taps to the armbar, so that was that. Teddy tells Brodus Clay backstage that he's not allowed on Raw because it's Laurinaitis wants to protect him from the Big Show. He's now a permanent SmackDown guy. Probably the best choice for Brodus Clay if he's going to be on one show. It should probably be SmackDown. The best thing would be he drops this gimmick completely and turns into a monster, but if they're going to have him do this dancing thing, then it's probably for the best that he's on SmackDown. Brodus says he will eat up his opponents and look at them like they're all the Big Show. Then we get Brodus versus Derek Bateman. He pretty much destroys Derek Bateman. Typical squash match. Then we get Sin Cara versus Drew McIntyre. I didn't mind this match too much. I thought it was okay. Sin Cara wins with a tornado DDT. But at least it was good to see Drew McIntyre on TV. I think he's a really talented wrestler. He's improved a lot on the mic, and it's just they need to do something with him, but the way they've been booking him, I don't think it's even in the plans for the future to do anything with him, so that kind of sucks, but at least we got to see him here. Then we get Tony Andrianis and Kevin Mahoney. No relation to Balls Mahoney, I assume, versus Ryback. Typical Ryback squash, however, he hit his finisher on both guys here, and it was actually more impressive to me because these guys aren't as skinny as the other guys he's been beating up and hitting the double finisher on. These were actually pretty decent sized guys, and to hit the finisher on both of them looked much stronger here in my opinion. Then we get the Peep Show segment with Cody Rhodes and Christian. Cody Rhodes comes out first. He destroys the set, says Christian should answer to him. Christian comes out. Cody asks why Christian went soft. Christian says he had a moment of clarity after inducting Edge into the Hall of Fame. He wants to have a Hall of Fame career himself, and Cody says that's garbage, and Christian starts to get pissed off, but Dolph Ziggler comes out. Now, normally I watch these SmackDown shows earlier in the day. However, tonight I watched it on TV. I used my DVR, and my DVR actually said that Sheamus versus Del Rio and Ziggler in a 2-on-1 match. So I checked the info, and that's what I see, and then we definitely didn't get that. So I don't know what happened with that, but so Ziggler comes out. We get Ziggler versus Christian. Cody Rhodes does commentary. This was a good match, probably the best match of the night. Christian wins with the frog splash, but the entire thing was really good, and Cody was awesome on commentary. I was really impressed with how good he was on commentary here tonight. Now something else I want to mention. Apparently there's a rumor going around. Dixie Carter tweeted something about Christian being at Slammiversary. I don't know what the hell's going on here. This may be what they got in return for letting Ric Flair do the Hall of Fame. I hope they're not inducting Christian as the first person, because it should really be Jeff Jarrett. And it's also stupid if Christian is going to be at Slammiversary and they didn't advertise it. Seriously, the most advertising they're doing is a tweet, like just before the show. That is horrible. So I don't know what's going on with this, but I'm going to watch Slammiversary for my review Sunday night, so I guess we'll find out then. Michael Cole stands up at the announcer's table, says Raw was a horrible night for him, and then Hornswoggle comes out acting like Jim Ross. This was actually pretty offensive to me. He was doing the whole thing acting like he had the Bell's palsy and all that, and it just reminded me of the whole Ferrara thing in WCW that pissed a lot of people off. I don't know why they do this, or they constantly feel the need to make fun of JR, but I didn't care for this at all. Damien Sandow came out and actually saved the segment. He cut a promo on everyone. He chases Hornswoggle around but gets kicked by Tyson Kidd. He walks away, and then when Tyson turns his back, he attacks him from behind, hits the knees, hits the neck breaker, does a cartwheel. Pretty awesome all around here. Backstage, Kane tells Stryker that he has no feelings, and Stryker should ask Punk how it feels to be chokeslammed to hell. He says he will become the new WWE champion, and when Stryker asks about AJ, Kane just walks away. And then we see AJ peer over from some boxes. She's been spying on Kane, acting as creepy as ever. I don't know where they're going with this, but that's not the last we see of her tonight. Then we get Jimmy Uso versus Antonio with Oksana. Teddy has to announce Antonio. This was alright. Antonio wins after a very European uppercut and the pancake driver move he's been using as a finisher. Then we get the main event, Kane versus Sheamus. This was actually a decent main event. I thought the match was okay. Ricardo runs out. Match gets thrown out because of this. Sheamus knocks him down. Then AJ comes out, distracts Kane, and Sheamus brogue kicks Kane, and then he brogue kicks Ricardo. And that was it. That was all of SmackDown. Now, I'm not really sure what they want to do with this. I was thinking maybe AJ and Daniel Bryan are in cahoots, and this has been a plan from the beginning to distract Punk and distract Kane, but I'm not really sure where they're going to end up going with it. But I was disappointed to see no Daniel Bryan anywhere on SmackDown tonight. That was a letdown for me, but overall I thought it was a decent show. I would have preferred more build towards the pay-per-view than what we got. The only real build was like comedy spots with Ricardo and Sheamus. So yeah, I didn't really care for that, but I did enjoy Antonio, Ryback, Damien Sandow's segment was okay, minus the JR stuff, but yeah, overall I guess it had some entertaining stuff happen tonight. So that's my thoughts on this week's SmackDown. I hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Bye.